I'm back. Listen, I'm gonna get back to these reactions in a second. But y'all always ask me for a story time. So I'm gonna make this my Thoughtful Thursday. I don't know why I have to come to y'all when things are heavy on my heart, and I just gotta get it off. I just gotta get it off. Get it off. The world is made up of different people, personalities, for a reason, right? And I know we all have our own personal struggles, our own lives, our own thought processes, all of that, and different things that we're dealing with. But I'm coming to y'all today as someone, an educator, someone who's worked in the education field for many years and dealt with children for many years, from owning a daycare center to being a foster parent to being a teacher's aide to being a teacher. This is for you parents who have school-age children. Gen ed or special ed. Get involved in your children's curriculum. Get involved in your children's school. Stay involved. Get in tune. Be their voice. Especially if they're in special education. Now, I used to be a real strict statistics person. But as I grew older, I learned that statistics, why do I always stumble on my words? Yeetity. Statistics could only be recorded if, only are recorded when, with those that participate in like the different surveys and such, right? And a lot of times they're wrong. A lot of times they're wrong. Or I shouldn't say they're wrong, they're inaccurate, because they go off of only those who have participated in the study and or the testing or the questionnaire or whatever they did it with, right? But I'm watching with my own eyes and experiencing education being put on the back burner. And for that's just like with anything you do. Anything that you do in life has a reason behind it, right? And I always said I would walk away if I no longer had the love in here for doing what I do. But I'm starting to see so many people, and it's the economy as well. It's the way, the demand of the world. And it's been like this forever. And little old me can't change the world, you know what I'm saying? But it's been like this forever. When we pull single moms out of the home and they had to work full time and they were too tired to help with homework or too tired to make it to conferences and things of that nature. But at some point, we need to get involved in our community and come together and help each other. When I did home daycare, there were not many people into it. People wanted to send their kids to regular daycare centers, but then there were people who said, I love the home feeling. I love home daycare centers. And then it became extremely popular, home daycare centers. Because of the bond that they were building. So, like, what I'm asking us parents to do is to get more involved in our kids and or our grandkids' education and the community that you're in, so that you know what's going on, so that you know that your children are being not only respected, but treated accordingly and treated well, especially when it comes to the education. I sound weird when I tell my kids, don't have no more kids. This world is crazy. Because I look and I base that saying when I say that off of looking at their generation. Like, I take Skylar for example. She's 3 and she has a mind frame of a 7 or 8-year-old. And I'm working on a lot of things. We are working on a lot of things with her because it still takes a village. Like the other day I was doing a video and I called her name and she said, what? Now, when I was littler, we couldn't say what. We couldn't say but. And then I look at the generation above her and the school setting and your students tell teachers, shut up. Yeetity. And they're not afraid of the consequences. And I'm not for putting my hands on kids and beating them into knowledge. You can't beat knowledge into somebody. I'm from the era where you used to get on punishment for bad grades. And then I can remember my grandmother saying, or when I was in foster care, the generation above me, they used to get whoopings for bad grades. And you can't beat knowledge into somebody. But if we come together and get involved in our community and let those people up there know that we stand together and they don't stand a chance to ruin our children, because that's what I see happening, and I don't like it. It frustrates me because it's just little old me, and I feel like there's nothing I can do about it. I don't ever want to be one of those people that go to work and I'm just going for a paycheck or I'm just going for the benefits. I want to get something out of it. I remember switching school districts once, and a child that I had at a very, very low age in special ed, they kept saying what he can and can't do and what he'll never be able to do, right? And then years later, after I switched school districts, I had never learned how to ride the city bus, and I was on the city bus, and I seen him standing there catching the bus by himself. So I stopped and I got off and I had to say hi and catch up, right? He was catching the bus to work. I was in tears. And the people that was with me was looking at me like, it ain't that serious. It is that serious. It is that serious. Because when you put limitations on these youngins, some of them fall for it. When you put diagnosis on these youngins and then discuss it around them, they fall for it. And they fall into it. Nobody is going to stick up for your child like you. And teach them to stick up for themselves. Because if we setting them up for failure, What is this world going to be? They say we're in a pre-recession right now, and it's only going to get worse, and et cetera, et cetera. If we keep doing that, it's going to be bad out here. It's going to be horrible. Just take these content creators. You know, we have, I stress, I can't speak for nobody else, what's entertainment and what's serious, right? A lot of these kids are into the social media so deep, and they want to mimic that. If we don't have anybody to say, to show them what's real and what's fake, then what are they going to grow into? What are they going to grow into? I just been thinking hard about it all week. And it's just been bothering me because I sit back and I observe silently and I watch. And I don't have the time nor the strength because I'm only one person. So I said, let me put this on my, because a lot of people watch me. 16K to be exact. Or probably even more. 16K is just what's subscribed. But if maybe that one parent will watch this video and say, you know what, I do need to make sure I make it to conferences and try to make time. Because there's one thing that I do say about the working parent. Doesn't matter if you're male or female or a two-parent household. Self-care is always important. But if you ain't right, you can't make sure that your children are right, right? And once we make sure we are right, we have to make time for our children. Because one thing about that job, yes, we need it to pay bills. Yes, we need it for health care. Yes, we're probably working on a retirement fund so that we can be able to still pay our bills when we're older and can't work. But one thing about it, and I see this going over social media all the time, if something happened to you at that job to where you can't work no more, they're going to have that position filled ASAP. Trust and believe that. So put that same energy into your child and being involved in their education and the surroundings of their education. Now, we can sit here and conversate all day about higher education, college, and all of that kind of stuff, because there's so many successful people who have put their story out there and all they did was graduate high school. That's a whole nother story. I'm talking about in the now, K through 12. I'm talking about that age group. Because general education is important. Very important. And it's been bothering me to the point to where I'm saying to myself now, okay, Mama Shay, how can you help? Is you just one person? Or do you help, or just do you stay silent, or do you just walk away, or what do you do? As an educator, what do I do? So I came up with calling out these parents. Calling out these parents. I had one student recognize me from YouTube. And I asked her, Don't make a big idea. Don't say nothing. Because she walked in the building was like, she's seeing me. And even she knows that the difference, just from interacting with her, the difference in between Mama Shay on YouTube and Miss D at work. Because this is only entertainment. You know, I have moments like this to where it's not. But she did not show any difference towards me because of what she's seen on social media. Or try to disrespect me or, you know, anything. But I hope I expressed that the right way, y'all. And said what I was trying to say. Because it was on my mind heavy. Heavy. Now I'm going to get back into these reactions and see what they got going on here. And I got one more. I got up on time this morning before it's time for me to get ready to go. But parents, get in tune in your community or in your child's education and in your child's education. Start doing them pop-ups. I remember I used to be so scared for my granny to come up to us. She used to be in the hallway on a regular day. Start doing pop-ups. Make sure you don't miss no conferences. Ask questions to the teacher. Try to do homework with your child. Challenge them. Go have lunch with them at school. And again, I, by any means, am not perfect. But those are the things that I used to do. It just hurts your heart when you see somebody that is gen ed and they're struggling in a certain subject that they should have learned gen ed high school, and they're struggling in a subject that they should have learned in middle school, and you ask them different questions. It was like, man, my teacher didn't care. Because if they feel like that, damn. Because best believe, whenever I throw my hands up, keep your hands up, keep them up. Whenever I throw them up, there's going to be some students out there that say, Miss D cared. She really did. I love y'all. Y'all make it a great day. That's y'all Thoughtful Thursday. And I'm going to get back to these reactions. I'm going to call y'all back. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And tell y'all aunties and them it's lit over here.